When you're depending on me to make sure you look good, that's a bad idea.
Yes, exactly. Oh, my gosh, we have a lot to get to today. Look, we have to discuss something tomorrow. So my question to you right off the bat is, since we'll be discussing this tomorrow, what do you think about the left trying to, cancel Kanye? How much of it do you think is true? How much of it do you think is hyperbole? Is he too big to cancel? And is it yay or ye? Now, here's the thing. I thought it was ye because of Yeezy.
Yes. I did too.
Or Yee's Us that he went.
Right.
There we
yes.
go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeezy taught me. Did you ever hear that? You never heard My Beautiful Dark and Twisted Fantasy, where Chris Rock he's like, "Oh, where did you learn to treat a man like that?" Yeezy taught me. "Oh my God, you're wearing your shirt with your boobs. You look fine." Yeezy taught me. That was a whole. It's like 20 minutes in the song. He's like, "This is gonna be like Pink Floyd, only it's Chris Rock."
Yeah.
And Yeezy. But now it's yay.
Well, that's what we've been told.
Is everyone just going to be quiet? Is
No,
it
no,
yay?
no.
Is it
Yeah,
yay?
it's yay.
Dave, you're in touch with black culture more than Gerald.
I think it's Kanye. Since it's Kanye,
Right.
it's yay.
Yeah, but it was Yeezy. I mean, you can
He
make the same
changed it.
argument.
He
I don't
changed
know
it from
anything
ye-
about the
yay.
Yeezy.
Wait.
He should have an album called
Yeah, he
Wrath of
changed it.
Kanye.
You can't change it.
Well, that's
saying.
his problem.
All right.
Yay!
All right. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. Today we're going to be talking about, because this has been by request. It's been making the rounds, of course, as we're dealing with OPEC right now and the Saudis and, them obviously bending over our former vice president and laughing. There's this idea going around, if you look at the New York Times, if you look at Washington Post, that actually Joe Biden has increased production of oil here in the United States more than any other president. And even on these nice little charts and these nice little graphs, and many of you have said, hey, how do I refute this? It's very simple. We'll do it today. All references available at loudercrowder.com. It's complete and total horse crap. It's not. I know you're thinking, is some of it true? It's not even close to the realm of true. And we'll explain to you why. All right, Gerald A., how are you?
I would like to go by Jeezy.
We just got a new soundboard clip.
Yeah.
Not
He
another
wasn't even trying.
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine, except disheveled. And you love him, fastest man on his feet, quickest wit in the West. We are together, Nashville, November 12th, Ryman Auditorium. We added a second show. So there are tickets at the Classic Land Ole Opry. Go to loudercrowder.com/tour. Dave Landau.
Ahoy! How are you?
I'm good. What does that shirt say?
It's available at your store, actually.
Oh!
Yeah.
It says, due to inflation, this is my Halloween costume.
Oh.
Yes.
I will say this.
Jeezy came up with
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. I want you to buy it.
Turn that into spandex, make it a Tess Holiday.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Some of these won't be there for Halloween. It's too late to order
There's
for
some
that. These are
Jeezy
classic.
on it.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Monica Lewinsky.
Should we call you Stay?
Oh, speaking of which, we're going to be talking about Eric Swalwell now. Eric Swalwell wants you to believe that women are going to be arrested for having abortions. That is also a complete lie. Also, Meghan Markle, I don't know if you know this, sociopath, and she's abusive towards her royal husband, but now she's complaining that she feels as though she's not being treated respectfully enough as when she was one of the briefcase broads from Deal or No Deal.
Yeah.
She thought she was going to go on the show and do string theory. Apparently they didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not there to answer the questions.
She just thought she would get all the money in the briefcase.
Yes, exactly. She took it anyway. All right. So before we get to that, John Oliver went on his trans rant the other day, and Jon Stewart's been echoing this. Remember when they told you, we used to get banned on YouTube. We had a show that was titled They're Coming After Your Children.
Right.
They want to transition your children. That's one of the banned episodes, which you can find at Mug Club, because I said this is just fear-mongering. Well, now John Oliver did that. Now Jon Stewart did that. Now it's a matter of policy from the left. But now we see that it's really empowered children and parents all over the world, or at least they feel emboldened. I don't know if I'd use the word empowered because of the brittle bones due to all the hormone replacements. Right. See for yourself. If they combine like happy music with horrifying imagery, we're like, oh yeah, that was good.
Who was the guy who jumped in? The cock burglar?
Yeah.
No. That's the parents that made that.
Just Rainbow Grimace.
No, I know who he is.
No, I know.
Yeah, there's nothing that could possibly go wrong there. And by the way, I guess they're none too concerned with the optics of putting a young boy/girl on a pole.
Yeah, at all.
Yeah, no, that's not a problem at all. What was that child, like 4 years old in the first clip, right?
Yeah.
And it says 4 years later. I can't imagine that's more than an 8-year-old or a 9-year-old. 4?
Yeah.
You think the kid knows that they're wanting to be a girl for the rest of their life that's born a boy at 4?
Look, it's no longer a conspiracy on the pedophilia coming from the left, because guess what? You're allowing them to make decisions regarding their sexual capabilities for the rest of if they can consent to harvesting their sexual organs, they can consent to something that will affect their ability and their sexual interactions for the rest. It's not too far of a leap to say, well, if they can consent to that, why can't they consent to a sexual relationship? Come back, remember this, timestamp it. It's going to happen within the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Yeah, and a lot of people are up in arms about California right now. They passed something in 2020. I think we talked about it then about mandatory sex offender registration for people who have non-vaginal sex, right? They were pissed off about that because it basically said if you have gay sex, you can do that if you're with a minor, but you're within a 10-year gap, right? The judge has discretion on whether to put you on a sex offender list or not. And I'm like, so a 20-year-old and a 10-year-old, that's the 10-year window. I think that should be pretty automatic.
Also in California, remember the left was up in arms that you would have to disclose if you have HIV to a partner. They're like, that's just another way to stigmatize people who are spreading their HIVs.
Yeah.
Bastion of freedom and childhood's not ruined.
This guy's supposed to feel bad pumping a disease into a random stranger?
What?
I can't believe you.
Oh, I forgot. You never made a mistake.
Yeah, excuse us for...
Intentionally infecting people. What are we, Wuhan?
Yes.
Just kidding.
Good old California. All
At
right.
least there's a poll.
Which brings us here to Swalwell. This is something we'll touch on this pretty briefly because I want to spend some time on the oil issue with Joe Biden. It's not even close to being correct. And boy, is the media going into overdrive here to try and carry this guy's water going into midterms. But noted banger of Chinese spies and public flatulating enthusiast Eric Swalwell, he just released an ad for his election campaign.
Oh, good.
Watch through your fingers.
You're weird.
He is weird, but cute.
Gross.
Mary Anderson,
Yes.
I have a warrant for your arrest.
Arrest for what?
Penal Code 243 violation. Unlawful termination of a pregnancy.
You gotta be kidding me.
That is my personal business.
That's for the courts to decide. Your medical records have been subpoenaed, and Dr. Landry's already in custody.
No, my God, you can't just.
You will have to submit to a physical examination.
What? By who?
No, no one's touching me.
Here, turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
Puts 3 in the kid.
We're just enforcing the law here.
We're just enforcing the law.
Elections have consequences.
Written by
Vote
Steven
Democrat
Seagal.
on November 8th. Stop Republicans from criminalizing abortion everywhere. Protect women's rights and freedom. Please don't do this.
Please tell me Michael Myers pops up next to her. Wow. Yeah, by the way, the very next scene is a guy in a trench coat, and it's like, you country bumpkin cops. The feds are taking over. This is our jurisdiction. Damn it, this is my case. Shut up!
Don't give me that juris, mate.
The whole floor is just covered in blood, and there's just a baby crying left.
Yes.
Well, she reached for the spatula. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. We had to kill the whole family.
Yeah, I mean, it makes Christian film look fantastic.
It does.
It really is. It's the pearl clutching left.
Quality production. Left Behind 2.
Yeah. You're
Now you
half
look good.
expecting.
It felt real.
Yes. I felt like I was there.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean at the craft services table going, that's bullshit. Thank God I'm going to scale.
Yeah. Of course, it's a family with 2 children, yet, she's got abortions all the time.
Yes, exactly. It's more of a hobby, really. So, okay, look, I want you to just comment. Does anyone actually buy this? I've had to run into this with Change My Minds, if you go back and I'm pro-life, Change My Mind, where immediately I refute the claim that women would be arrested. And once you explain to them, no, they wouldn't. They go, okay, I understand. But this is what this guy is running on. And by the way, in case you've forgotten, Eric Swalwell, sex with Chinese spies. That's his thing. That's his raison d'etre. He's a connoisseur of Chinese whores. So let's go. The claim that they are making, okay, is that Republicans, conservatives want women arrested for having an abortion. Okay, here's the truth. Not only has that not been proposed to any, maybe you find some radicals somewhere in some fringe, but as far as at a legislative level or any mainstream pro-life advocates, it has not been proposed, and it is not the law. They do not arrest women for having abortions performed. What people do believe is if it is in a state where it is outside of the confines of what that state would define as legal abortion, that